The serpent was the shrewdest of all the wild animals the Lord God had made. One day he asked the woman, "Did God really say you must not eat the fruit from any trees in the garden?" She said, "Of course, we may eat fruit from the trees in the garden," the woman replied. "It's only the fruit from the tree in the middle of the garden that we are not allowed to eat. God said you must not eat it or even touch it. If you do, you will die." She's repeating what God said. This is where deception comes into play. I want you all to hear this. We're talking about today our problem. We're talking about humanity's problem. The root problem for every ounce of chaos that you experience in this world is found in this problem. Because see, when God created earth, it was very beautiful. It was perfect. There was no need for rain. Everything was lush. Everything, the greenery, the fruit was the best. In fact, you could hang out with animals today that would eat you. Because back then it was perfect. A lion would not rip you to shreds until this moment that's coming up, until sin entered the world. Until the rebellion started, everything was perfect as God had planned and as God created. And so the serpent says, "You won't die." The serpent replied to the woman, "God knows that your eyes will be opened as soon as you eat it, and you will be like God, knowing both good." I'm going to pause right there for a second because there's a lot of things in this world, and I'm going to say this to everybody in the room. It doesn't matter your age. There are certain things you and I don't ever need to see or hear, because once you see something, you can't unsee it. Once you hear it, you can't unhear it. Hear me loud and clear on that, people. The enemy wants to sow something into your life, and usually it starts with something small. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. Once you hear it, you can't unhear it. It's already there. The woman was convinced. She saw that the tree was beautiful, and its fruit looked delicious. And she wanted the wisdom it would give her. So she took some of the fruit and ate it. And then she gave some to her husband. Ladies, this all started with you. I'm just playing. Who was with her, and he ate it too. Verse 7 here is at that moment, their eyes were opened. And they suddenly felt shame at their nakedness. See, even running around naked was pure back then. There was nothing bad about that. Nothing was seen by that. But once the moment of rebellion occurred, then it changed and shifts everything in our world. And I really want you to see and understand that today, that what God had designed was pure and perfect. And when rebellion stepped into the picture, it distorted the perfectness that God had created. And now it creates all this tension and all this chaos, all this hurt, all these things in our lives that we have to experience right here on planet Earth. So they sewed fig leaves together to cover themselves. And we see the first set of clothing produced, right? So all these verses are telling us that this is where things started and God arrived.